Yet? I'm sure he asked that too. Are you there yet?
All right, AOA podcast live on a Monday. Welcome in, everybody. J Sab's here, Cuddles here for Frankie C. What's up?
Gonna blowing up on a Monday.
All right, here's what's going on. Maya Rudolph replaces the woke M&M candy spokes candies.
What?
Pam Anderson and Tim Allen. George Santos telling another lie, maybe his worst yet. Do you know who Shauna Rae is?
No. Is she a housewife?
No, sounds like a housewife.
Wait.
It's this girl who had her growth stunted, and so she's like 30 something, 25 something, but she looks like she's 8. Now she's dating a dude, and everybody's like all over this guy.
Yeah.
You know what? Send that to our group chat because I'm curious about what they would say.
It's creepy.
Or we would have to hide our text messages then. Go ahead.
Pete Davidson erasing some of his Kim Kardashian tattoos. Jeff Bezos may buy an NFL team. And Charles McGonigal arrested. This was the lead investigator into the Trump-Russian probe for the FBI. He gets arrested today for having ties to a Russian oligarch.
Oh, okay.
Plus, there's a TikTok Titanic claim, all that and more on this episode of the podcast. Maya Rudolph. So I don't know if this is a work or not, but Maya Rudolph replacing the M&M spokes candies. Because if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I don't remember when it was. Do you remember when they changed one of the candies like shoes? Because they were like, it's gonna be a non-binary candy, whatever.
Oh,
yeah, I remember that.
Fucking break.
Yeah, and that's what everybody said. So, which, by the way, I think is hysterical because people, I don't think, really assign gender to candies, and I think people who are plenty fine with trans, whatever, and everybody's okay with all that stuff, and then they go, oh, but we're going to change the candy. I think when you start changing the candy stuff around, they're like, all right, give me a break.
Right. Like, who cares? It's just a fucking candy, and you're just trying to move more candy, and nobody gives a shit.
So anyway, so they did that, and there was like a big backlash, and so they released a statement today saying that Maya Rudolph is going to become the official spokesperson for M&M. She'll be on the Super Bowl ad for M&M coming up on February 12th. They said, and I quote, "In the last year, we've made some changes to our beloved spokes candies. We weren't sure if anyone would notice, and we definitely didn't think it would break the internet. But now we get it. Even candy shoes can be polarizing, which was the last thing M&M's wanted since we're all about bringing people together." So that line where they go, we weren't sure if anybody would notice, kind of makes me think that this whole thing is like a big
stage because no one noticed, no one cares. I don't know. I'd look at chocolate and I'm like, oh, it's chocolate. I'm gonna, have some chocolate. I'm not like, oh, look, it's in a wrapper. Maybe it's like feminine or maybe it's masculine. I don't understand. If I see an M&M with like legs, I'm like, oh, it's an M&M dancing. I'm not gonna say, oh, look at him dancing or her dancing. It's chocolate.
By the way, we're all a little feminine when we're eating M&Ms, though, aren't we? I feel like it is. You can't look masculine working on a bag of M&Ms. It's not a masculine.
Oh, this is not how you eat M&Ms?
No. Not like our savage children that puts their whole hand in the bowl and just shoves it in their face.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if it's because they're small, but it's just, it doesn't allow for masculine looking
No,
movements.
you don't. No one could look manly eating an M&M, especially if you put some in your hand and then eat it from your hand too.
Yeah.
Oh God.
We all just look like birds pecking at seed when we're eating.
Yeah, but when you do that, it starts heating up. And then when you take them, you still have like remnants of the colors on your hand. It's like you got to put the whole handful in your mouth.
Well, that's a lie. It melts in your mouth, not in your hands. That's what they.
Well, no, it melts in your hands. That's a lie.
That's
melts
what
in
my
your
husband
hand.
has told me. Oh.
Oh.
So yeah, I don't know, but that line where they go, we weren't sure if anybody would notice, kind of is like, of course you knew. You sent out massive press releases. Like that's the only way anybody knew is because you sent out a press release and it caught fire because it was one of these crazy, ridiculous things that people do.
Oh, people. You should add Demar Hamlin in there too.
The guy, the Buffalo Bill.
There's a theory about him now.
I'll put it in our conspiracy theory portion of the show when we do our Titanic thing. But Maya Rudolph, what do you think? I mean,
I like her.
I like her. She hasn't done anything in a while, right?
Yeah.
See, I think everybody loves Maya Rudolph, and they're like, I don't know, Maya Rudolph will bail us out of this whole jam.
I like her. She's just funny. Can be a little inappropriate. Like, yeah. Honestly, does it really matter who's the fucking spokesperson for it?
Yes, I will have trouble sleeping if I don't know who's running M&Ms.
I really don't care. Unless that person's picking like M&M packages off like the shelf for me and like, here, you should try this one. Like, I really don't care. When was the last time we really watched a commercial?
That's true. When was the last time you really enjoyed a spokesperson? I
want her, as she's eating her M&Ms, to say,
"Oh no!"
and will scream, "Maybe I want to bleach my asshole too." Tell me what that's from.
Is that from Bridesmaids?
Yes.
Yeah.
Best line in the movie. Best fucking line in the movie.
Yeah. She was good in that.
That was a great movie.
That really is. You know something? I don't trust anyone who doesn't like that movie.
I actually know quite a few people who don't like that movie because they don't like the scene where the girls are all shitting themselves.
Oh, come on.
Which I think
hysterical.
Is funny.
That is really funny.
Yeah. No, but like funny people, like even like comedians I've heard in interviews be like, yeah, that movie was okay. I just couldn't stand when all the women were shitting themselves.
It's funny because she doesn't feel good and she's dripping sweat. And we've all been there, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
All been there. And she's like, no, I'm good. And they're like, you okay? You're sweating and you look a little gray, like the meat. And she's like,
especially us from New York that have had some sketchy meat off a halal truck.
Yep, exactly.
That's true.
Like from some carts on the corner, we're eating some sketchy shit.
That's right.
Oh
but God, I like that. I like that movie. I like that part too because it humanized women for me. Like you never saw a woman in a position that would traditionally be thought of like a what a man would be. Yeah.
Oh my God. And Melissa McCarthy. Oh my God. She makes me laugh.
She's so funny.
She's pretty funny.
But think about it. We haven't had a good, you know, who's good as a spokesperson is, what's that guy's name? Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah.
I like him.
His Mint Mobile thing.
Mm-hmm.
His Mint Mobile.
To Mint right away when I saw him.
Is he that good looking?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's good looking, but he just looks like he's a normal everyday person. Like his personality seems like he's like just a.
Yeah,
you can
that's why I like him.
On the pickup line and picking up. Hey, how you doing? Good. Yeah. That he just seems normal.
Yeah, very down to earth talker, right? And that's like the whole shtick behind this Mint Mobile thing is like, hey, we're not going to spend money on like celebrity endorsements or anything. Like as the owner, I'm going to just do the commercials, and he like spoofs on that, and I like that a lot. And I think a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, when was like Wendy the Snapple lady? When was the last time we had like a real identifiable spokesperson?
I like Flo.
Yeah, but she wasn't famous, right?
I know, but I like her. I like Flo.
Flo is good.
Is this asshole fucking? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Are you okay? You need a minute?
It's hot in our house. Did you put the heat on?
The Subway guy was good until we found out. Until we looked on his computer. Then that was
yeah.
That got shot to hell. Moving on, Pam Anderson and Tim Allen. So Pam Anderson is releasing her autobiography, her memoir. I don't think anybody writes anything anymore, so let's just go with memoir. That's safer. And it is gonna. This is why I love Pam Anderson. Yes, she's putting out a book, but she's also putting out a corresponding Netflix documentary. So for those of us who can't read,
right,
we'll still have
too lazy to.
Yeah, we'll still have some way of finding out about her life. But in this, there's a lot of things here, and one of which she claims that Tim Allen flashed her on the set of Tool Time.
Oh, Tim the Tool-Man Taylor. All
He's
right.
showing his tool.
So she says that he was in a robe and he just opened up the robe for her and was like, I saw you. You might as well see me.
I don't believe this at all. There's no way the Santa Claus will whip out his cock.
Okay, but wait, you showed me you. So she had to flash him?
No. Basically, because he was saying that because she'd been posing naked for years prior to getting that show. So he was like, "Oh, I've seen you naked. It's only fair that you see me naked."
I don't know. I don't know if I believe this. He doesn't seem like that type at all.
No, he's a little wild guy, Tim Allen.
You think so?
Yeah, he got arrested for drugs, didn't he? He's definitely got. Yeah,
not like Tim the Tool-Man Taylor.
Yeah, Mr. Wholesome.
Oh, why? Because he had that. If you were Frank, pretend to be Frank. Well, he had that dumb show. Because remember, it was like there's some kind of controversy about his show being too Republican or something like that. Do you remember this?
I know he's been accused of being Republican. I don't remember it being tied to a
show. The show that he was on a couple of years ago.
The Let's Do Home Improvement, but just a different life show.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It got kicked off. This. It got kicked off Channel 4 and then switched to Fox.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. No, I don't remember Republican. That. Not Republican at all.
I remember them. I remember he's like a Republican guy though, and people would give him some shit. Last Man Standing, Christopher Sandor. Good for you. That was it. Last Man Standing was the show.
It was good. Oh God, I don't believe it.
Yeah, but none of these guys can ever remember they gave Bill Cosby a different show besides the Cosby Show, and it was like the same thing. No, the worst was the King of Queens guy. Remember, they gave him a show, and it tanked so hard they wrote off his wife and wrote in Leah Remini, and it's like, just call it the King of Queens Part 2. Like, what are you doing? Like, people don't even. It doesn't even make sense anymore.
That's like Janine. That's like Anthony's first crush and love. He loves Leah Remini.
I know yes. He does.
Yeah, I will never forget that. Don't worry, babe.
I try and bring her up every time Cuddles comes on the podcast. If you notice that.
So then, do you watch Last Man? Sorry, not Last Man. Do you watch King of Queens before you
No.
Do it?
Yeah.
No.
I dress in a UPS outfit, even though my wife doesn't want to have anything to do with it.
And then just say stupid things.
Yeah. She's like, this isn't even doing anything for me. And I'm like, shut it, Carrie. Was that her name on the show?
Call me Doug.
Yeah, I don't know about this. I'll tell you what though, I feel for Pam Anderson because she writes some pretty horrific shit that happened to her.
Oh, really? Well,
really? Yeah. Did she write or did someone else write? Because I'm still up in the air about if she can write.
Right.
She wrote. No, she wrote. She said. She said bad things happened to her. Like she was molested as a kid several times. She told us.
Not shocking.
She told this horrible story about how, I don't know, something like her dad said you can't have bunnies or something or hamsters or whatever, and then she brought hamsters in the house, and so her dad took the hamsters and fucking drowned them in the pool or the lake by their house. Geez.
That's excessive, but I can understand them not having bunnies because kids don't take care of shit. So the killing is excessive, but I can understand the no, you can't have.
Yeah. She also has a story about Sylvester Stallone saying that at one time he offered her a condo and a Porsche to be his number one girl. But Stallone said this, argued that this proposal. Hold on a second. He goes, "That's the best offer you're going to get." Oh, he said to her, "That's the best offer you're going to get, honey. You're in Hollywood now." She claims in her new memoir. I wanted to be in love, says Anderson. I didn't want anything less than that. Representatives for Sly Stallone told the New York Post that the saucy solicitation never happened. So I guess he offered her a Porsche and an apartment to be his girlfriend.
Aww.
Okay.
I feel dirty just hearing his comment. Like what he said to her, I feel dirty.
Who?
What like Sylvester Stallone said to her, it just makes me feel dirty. Like, why would you say that to her? Ugh,
He's just like a dumb idiot.
I know.
He really is.
Well, you have to feel for her a little bit because
I do.
Like,
I feel bad.
And she came up in that really horrific time where you know, girls that look like her didn't get a fair shake at anything. They were just treated like shit.
Yeah, and she's saying she was looking for love, which kind of makes me think like definitely her years of growing up were very hard and she didn't have it then. So she wanted it when she was growing up and she was older. She didn't have it when she was a child, and that's sad.
She said she was molested by a female like babysitter when she was super young. Then she said raped twice, once 12, once 14. And then of course we know all the other stuff. She the sex tape with Tommy Lee. By the way, married 6 times.
Damn, really?
Really?
Yeah, that is a person that is really looking for love and not coming up with it ever at all.
Oh. Yo, but like Tommy Lee's got he's packing heat. So at least she got some of that during that time.
That's true.
You saw that, Janine, right?
Oh, I never saw that.
Liar.
All right, that's horrible. You think big dick can just fix anything, okay? That's not...
I know. I feel bad. Now I feel horrible about it. Oh, God, she's like another Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, exactly.
So Netflix documentary and her memoir is going to be coming out at the end of the month. So I'm sure we'll get some more of the... Yeah. I mean, and this is just like the first day of like, hey, this stuff is coming out. Like, just wait like till the closer we get. They'll release more excerpts and everything. And I'll tell you what is true. Somebody pointed out they have made a ton of shit about her. Like even up until this last Hulu series about the sex tape. And nobody's ever really like asked her about it. Like she's never presented her story at all. So this is kind of like the first time.
She was not happy about the show being made, right? On Netflix?
I don't think so because it wasn't her. It wasn't her thing that they bought. Like it wasn't her rights,
right?
You know. So, George Santos caught up in another lie once again.
Oh God, I can't wait. What's this one?
What now?
All right, this one I think in particular is not a great look for George Santos.
Okay, this must be really bad.
Although I have to say this, there's a lot of homophobia out there with all the cross-dressing and shit because they like found videos of him cross-dressing and they're like, look how, and it's like, it's just a dude cross-dressing. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, you know, it's not like, I don't know. I found that to be a little homophobic over the weekend of all the people like, and look, he's cross-dressing. Like, fucking people cross-dress. Like, that's not something you openly admit to in a fucking political debate. Like,
right.
Yeah, but I think it's like, what's next with this fucking guy? What is next? What can he do? What the fuck is with your picture, Aunt?
You gotta get one for me.
Hang on, I'm having a technical difficulty here. Give me 1 second.
Maybe so don't try to flash your wife.
I'm downstairs and he's upstairs. I'm also having dill pickle potato chips from Trader Joe's.
Oh, are they good?
Oh God, I love Trader Joe's. It's so good. With a margarita. Oh God.
Is there
Trader Joe's is good, but dill pickle potato chips are fucking disgusting.
Oh, fuck off.
They're disgusting.
Okay, go ahead.
I get it. I buy chocolate peanut butter desserts because I know my wife doesn't like them and I love them. So
you don't
she
like
buys
peanut butter.
She buys.
It's not that I don't like peanut butter. I don't like it in my dessert.
I see. Okay.
It's as simple as that. But he can't get that, and he always buys desserts that have peanut butter, and then I can't eat them. And then he's like, "Oh, are you going to bed?" I'm like, "Yeah," and then he fucking eats them.
Mm. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. All right, George
All right,
Santos.
what did George Santos do?
He proposed to a teenager
Ew.
while he was still married to a woman. Yeah.
Well, not surprising.
It gets better.
Oh.
He told all his friends, he invited all his friends over to celebrate the engagement, when in reality, the teenage boy never actually accepted.
Oh. That's embarrassing.
I'm starting to think he has some mental issues.
Oh, yeah.
Like heavily mental issues. Should he be? I mean, I understand there's a lot of people in our government that probably need therapy and help, but he might be one that needs to be like taken out. Like not taken out like unalived, but like, hey, maybe you should take like 2 to 3 years to like find yourself and
Go to a
be
facility,
okay.
Right.
talk to some people.
Yeah, go to like California and go to one of those like on the beach facilities.
Oh, those are nice. I like those.
Right?
He just like you said, he seems like he has something definitely wrong with him.
Yep.
Like, sorry, definitely.
You have to, right? If you're now,
Yeah.
all right. Listen, he was 24 at the time. The kid was 18. So, as far as the letter of the law goes, all legal. But I'm sorry, he was 26, and the kid was 18.
Okay, that's a little.
But then he fucking like announced it. Like he announced the engagement on Facebook, and the fucking kid is like, "Wait a second, like I never." And supposedly, like he asked like 3 times, and the kid never like said yes.
Okay.
Like this
So he
guy
doesn't understand that no means no.
This guy's the biggest fucking train wreck ever.
I don't even know. It's just very.
There's a lot of entertainment in my boring life.
Everybody's making news too. Like John Lovitz did an impression of him, and you know who he looks like? The guy. Do you remember Veep D when we used to watch Veep?
Yes.
Like one of the political like assistant guys. He fucking looks exactly like him. And
I don't know.
Who's the guy on Channel 7, the late night host? He actually got him
to play him
in like a
Jimmy
bit.
Kimmel?
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel. Fucking hired the guy I'm thinking of. I'll get it in a second. This fucking guy looks exactly like him. Like it's crazy.
I saw this. That's how I knew who it was.
Oh, you saw the one I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about?
What's his name? It'll come to me sometime.
Nelson Franklin is his name.
Okay.
Look, even in his fucking IMDb photo, he looks exactly like George Santos. Like, how fucking insane is that?
Oh my God, yes! Oh my God, really now does. I know what you're talking about. Oh God.
The second I saw George, he was also the IT guy on The Office.
Right.
Oh, when no one knew his name?
That's right.
Nick, the IT guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ow. Oh God.
You right there, Jason?
Oh my God. No, I really do need like my back fixed.
I think you have a deceiving chair. Like your chair looks comfortable, but you admitted that it is not.
No.
Yeah.
No. I need an alignment.
So why don't you just sit on the couch or something? That's what I'm doing.
Because then I'm going to get yelled at from my producer.
She has to look presentable.
Oh my God.
All right, Shauna Rae. Everybody take a moment to Google Shauna Rae. This is the young lady. What?
I don't know who she is.
Done.
You already looked?
Yeah.
I don't know who she is. What did she do?
So Shauna Rae is she's 23 years old, but she looks like an 8-year-old. She's part of a TLC reality series called I Am Shauna Rae. which it's on TLC. So if you missed that one, you're not alone.
It must be real quality on TLC.
Right.
Yeah, her growth was stunted due to treatment she received as a child for brain cancer. So luckily, she's still with us. That's nice. She's now dating Dan Swigart, 26, who everybody looks at like a fucking kid toucher now because he's like this full-on a grown adult male, and she looks like a fucking 8-year-old. But I'm sorry, like, physical attraction is a part of everything. I still think this is weird. I think the public has a point here.
Yep.
Like, I feel bad for little Shauna, 23-year-old Shauna, but to be perfectly honest, like, I don't know how.
Well, let me see. Let me ask you a question. Did they meet online, start talking, and then meet in person?
Like To Catch a Predator? Because
No, like a dating website.
Listen, I mean, I don't know what fucking dating website would even let her on. I feel bad because this is not a fair shake for her.
Because it's like if she was let on, then she looks like a kid, and then you don't want to get the kid toucher after. Yeah, I get it.
Oh God.
But I'm playing devil's advocate here. If they met on a dating website and they really hit it off and were talking for a long time and they really liked each other and then met in person, then it's a different story. Then it's like,
what if he watched her show on TLC and reached out to her?
Oh,
I know, but he still has to look at her every single day and know that she looks like a fucking 8-year-old child.
Yeah, that's
How
weird.
does that not turn you off, Anthony? We have a 7-year-old boy.
Yeah, no, this disgusts me.
Like, how does that not turn you off?
In particular, because again, as I've said a million times, I like MILFs, so this is even more foreign to me.
That's
like I
right.
can't.
This is like the complete opposite direction of what you
like 25-year-old girls
are too old. I mean, too young.
Too young. Thank you. Far too young for me. So yeah, here, let me bring up her Instagram. You guys could take a look. And just this is her Instagram, Shauna Rae's Instagram. Credit to Shauna Rae. Just look how
I'm like afraid.
Just look how ridiculous this looks.
That looks like his daughter.
Oh God! No, this is wrong. This is so. I'm sorry. She's so tiny, and she's not like how there's like nuggets. I know that they're like vertically challenged people, or like I don't know what they call them nowadays. And I don't mean to be mean, but I don't.
Little people.
Little people, like midgets. Like they even look like that they're a midget, that that they're older than what they look. She doesn't. Okay. Nope. This doesn't work for me. This guy likes little kids. I'm sorry. I can't.
Well, you know what though? TLC always finds these.
Fucking TLC. It's like a trailer trash magnet. Like they just fucking know how to find it.
They're just trying to find something to take over for Sister Wives. I'm telling you, I can't.
Yeah. And again, you got to feel for her because here she is, 23. She's never gonna find it's horrible to say, but I mean, if you saw him reach over to make out with her, I mean, who's not gonna be like, whoa, 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 whoa? Like, what are you doing?
Weirdo.
I know, but like when you look at her, she's like the same size as
your son.
Cece. Well, Cece, because she's the same size as my as MD. I can't. Oh my God, this is hard.
All right, do you want to hear his side of this?
Said. Okay, go ahead.
He says, and again, he watched her show and he reached out to her afterwards. He says, and I quote here, "It's very important to remember that Shauna is an incredible 23-year-old woman who has a disability. So as you are building a connection with her, it's important to acknowledge her disability and look past that and build it with who she is as an individual."
How does she talk? Does she? Because I've been around 7 or 8-year-olds. How does she talk?
She sounds like this.
Oh God, no.
She sounds like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Very deep voice.
God.
This is why I am the primary parent, and you do.
No, I don't know what she sounds like. I wouldn't be
1%.
caught dead watching TLC ever. I have no idea what she sounds like, but still, I mean, I just can't get past this fucking photograph. I mean,
This is rough. This is hard.
What
That's
about
she
if
said.
one of our friends started dating a girl? And reverse, what about if one of our friends started dating a boy who, like, would it be even worse? No, probably, right? Because that's how sexist America is.
well,
If
here's
I
the
started
thing,
if I say my husband died of like an allergic reaction or something, I don't know,
though, to a peanut.
and to a peanut,
Oh
and
God.
and then I started dating. I
Go
met
ahead.
some
Go,
guy
do me a
online.
favor. Can you just text her husband and make sure he's alive?
I'm going to, because I know she knows
Yeah.
what he's allergic
Go ahead,
to.
Janine. Finish your point.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start online dating. I'm gonna try this. Meet some guy. Hit it off with him. See him in person. He's got a hog, but he's only 4'2".
First of all, you would come into every single friend's gathering with him on your back or on your shoulder, like he was a prop.
Right? I would definitely.
It would be less sexual, and you more like, this is my prop for fun.
Yeah. I'd be
All right,
like, go get me a drink.
There's some good.
He would be your little slave.
There's some good lines here. Robin, does TLC have their own island? That's a good question.
Robin,
true.
that is a good question.
Yeah,
That's
guys,
a good
eat
question.
See what happens.
Imagine when she's 8 months pregnant.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I'm cringing right now.
And bowling with cotton balls. Aunt, have you seen MILF Manor yet? I have not. Is that like on real TV, or is that like on one of those websites that have a lot of pop-up ads?
Oh God, you have to stop. There's no more tequila in our house.
Send me a link. Bowling with cotton balls. Send me a link, please. Or is that the one that they? What was the one? Remember when they were like, "Oh, there's MILFs on an island and there's some twist." Whatever happened with that?
Listen, the only MILF you need is downstairs in your house right
No,
now.
but there was a show preview that made a lot of buzz. I wonder if that was it. And they were like, "It's just an island filled with MILFs," and they're all like, "Oh, we got to get some young boys in here," and blah blah blah. And then the twist supposedly was they invited all their sons onto the island to date the other people.
No one's going to want to go to Applebee's with you. Okay.
So it was like the moms had to take all their own medicine because it was their sons being treated that way by the other MILFs on the island. But I never heard what happened. I don't know if that's MILF
weird.
Manor or not. I'd love some clarity.
I know. I stopped doing the show. Go ahead.
You stopped what?
Doing the show.
When you left the audition, that was it.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, God bless this Shauna Rae. I don't know what the answer for her is, but all I know is I'd feel better about my life if nobody dated her ever. That would make me feel better.
You feel creeped out by it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just creeped out by this whole thing. I just don't think this is something that you can't really get past.
No.
I mean, I don't know. I don't have the answers for you on
That's
this one.
hard.
Pete Davidson was spotted in the Caribbean and very paparazzi photos, which I don't love.
Where was he? Let me see.
He was, I'm sorry, not the Caribbean. He was in Hawaii with Chase Suey Wonders.
I don't know who that is either.
Okay.
That's his new rumored girlfriend. I don't know who that is either.
Oh God.
But they got some pop shots of him, some paparazzi shots, and the Kim Kardashian tattoos he had on his neck, gone.
Well, who fucking told him to get a goddamn tattoo on his fucking neck of a Kardashian? He's not even married, nothing to her. He's been with her for what, a hot minute, and he gets it?
Yeah, but I think it was her kids, wasn't it?
Oh my God.
Kids?
There is one picture on here. Okay, in this picture, I'm looking at my phone, but it's just showing like previous pictures of him.
Wait, your phone with the flashlight on? Fucking
no, again!
How fucking retired are you? You're so retired. In the AARP magazine that you get.
Why does that keep happening? I can't.
Because you're old.
Can't. There's a picture. It looks like this would be what your son would look like in 20 years.
Oh, a Pete Davidson?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Don't say
God
that.
bless him. If he has half a hog that Pete has, I'll be fucking happy.
No. He needs a fucking half a bar of soap to wash him. That dude looks like he needs a good shower and a scrubbing. Ugh.
It's him at the Met, so that's why he doesn't look dirty.
God.
I don't think, I know what it is. I don't think he looks dirty. I think he just looks pale. I think he looks very, well, in this picture, he looks very pale.
He looks like he needs a good shower. He just looks like he smells. Like he hasn't bathed.
You think he smells like chicken soup?
It's worse than chicken soup. It's like, you know when they have like those people that don't want to use deodorant because it causes cancer and all these things. So there they are, like body smelling, and it smells like nachos. He just looks like he smells
nachos.
He just
red
looks
onions.
like
red onions.
Yeah, he just smells. Yeah. I swear to God, if I'm ever near him, I'm gonna know it's him because he definitely reeks.
I bet you that he smells so good, and that when you see him, you're gonna be sliding off your seat. Next.
No. He just looks it.
You know what's funny? You said smells like chicken soup. I remember somebody saying that like in 8th grade that somebody smelled like chicken soup, and it was true. One of the kids in our class smelled like fucking.
That's why I don't like chicken soup.
Which is so it's such an unappealing smell on a human being, but yet if you're sick and somebody puts a bowl of chicken soup in front of you, you couldn't be happier.
No, that's why I cannot. I think chicken soup to me is the most grossest soup, probably because when I used to take the subway, people used to smell like chicken soup, and I used to get grossed out.
Yeah, that's gross.
It's horrible. It is absolutely horrible.
And I smelled it last week at the gym because I know that there's one guy. You know, the classes that I do, it's in a room, and there's one guy. I know he does not use deodorant. Because one time I had the misfortune of standing right behind him or next to him, and I'm like, what are you doing? And then when I walked into the room last week, I smelled it immediately, and I was like, come on.
That's the worst. I
don't
understand it. It doesn't.
Ugh.
Can we just? I think you should be legally allowed to Febreze these people if you see them. Like if they're near you, you should be able to Febreze them and like no consequence.
I do like this idea.
Someone open up the gym door to outside because that's how bad it smelled.
Oh.
Ugh.
There's something about that, like you know how you get grossed out by words and dunking cookies. Describing somebody's odor as chicken soup smelling is one of those things that really just gets me sick. It really makes me feel sick.
This is very hard for me.
There's something about that. It's just very disgusting, very gross. I put it out in the live chat, by the way. So if you're watching or listening or whatever, you can click on that and you can see the photographs of Pete Davidson in all his tattooed clothes. He's too tattooed up though. When you look at him without his shirt on, he looks like my high school notebook. It's just a lot of gibberish,
right?
Weird drawings.
There are guys that have more tattoos than him that don't give off that dirty scent. Mm-hmm. Right? Like he's Pete dirty scent.
Oh, I could send you a few from my TikTok.
Exactly. They are tattooed all the way up their neck. Yeah, girl, I know. All the way up their necks. And you know that they are fresh.
Right.
They smell like the babies behind. But not Pete Davidson. I don't know from experience, but I'm sorry. I just look at him and I want to wash him. I want to take a power washer to him. I feel bad.
Okay.
Here's a noose. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Next one. Jeff Bezos might sell the Washington Post to buy the Washington Commanders.
Wow.
A lot of buzz about this. So Amazon got the rights to Thursday Night Football. So Bezos has been muzzling up to the old NFL there to try and make his way in. the Washington Commanders, who become under a lot of scrutiny, they were the Washington Redskins. Dan Snyder owns them. All these stories came out about how poorly run the organization is, and all the toxic management and bad culture and everything like that. The reason why all these stories got out because of the Washington Post.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so now Dan Snyder doesn't want to sell, even though he's got to sell the team, doesn't want to sell them to Jeff Bezos, but he might be the only one that could afford them. And a lot of people are kind of like, well, this is weird. Bezos basically brought the Commanders down, and now he's going to fucking try and swoop in there and scoop up the team.
That guy looks slimy.
Who, Dan Snyder or Jeff Bezos?
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Well, both. True.
I don't trust Jeff Bezos, but I did see an interview with him the other day, which I did like, where he was kind of like, hey, I don't schedule any important meetings before 10 a.m. He's like, and I like sleeping 8 hours a day. And I'm like, finally, somebody who's telling the truth. Because you got all these fucking entrepreneur people out there that are like, you got to grind, man. You got to grind.
Yeah, that's because he made his billions. So he don't have to fucking wake up before 10 a.m.
No, he wakes up before then, but he goes, he's like, I go on my thing and I.
Peloton.
Yeah, he's like, I'm
No. Like he's like, I'm on my phone. I gotta take the kids to school, do all that shit. Like, and then
really?
I go
He
in
has
the
all
office.
that time with the woman that he cheated on his wife with, allegedly? I don't know.
Did we do that story where she's in and out? She was in and out of her second marriage, the wife. Bezos' wife.
I feel bad for her. I really want her to do well and be happy.
Well, she left him, married this other dude, divorcing him already.
Well, he was fucking some younger bitch. So what do you expect from her?
Is that right?
He had like nothing when she married him, and she like made him practically everything and supported him, and that's why she got billions, and then she gave it away. That's gotta hurt.
She's kind of hot too. She's milfy, that one. I think she's prettier than the fucking plastic put together one Bezos has now. She looks fucking terrible.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't care for her.
Got her name.
I don't even know.
I forgot her name too, but she's the lips and everything's too much. All right, Charles McGonigal. This is the guy, top FBI official. He was in charge of the investigation into the Trump campaign connection to Russia. He gets arrested for his ties to Oleg Deripaska, a Russian billionaire who has been sanctioned by the United States and criminally charged last year with violating those sanctions.
Huh.
McGonigal retired from the FBI in 2018. He was arrested Saturday afternoon at JFK Airport following travel in Sri Lanka, according to sources.
Okay.
Where was he trying to go? Was he trying to like run?
No, he was coming back from Sri Lanka.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sri Lanka.
That means they were watching this motherfucker. That they were watching his ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of depressing though.
It is. That shows you that, like, really, who can be trusted, who can't be trusted.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna Frank. Anything to do with Trump, you can't trust anything that guy does, especially with Russia. See, told you.
I mean, we need to regain some. We need to get some people back in powerful positions to.
Yeah, the FBI isn't doing so well. I don't think people are really believing them very much.
I think you could trust the FBI still, but I think this is not a great look and
Oh, really?
not good for.
Do you think you'll wake up or?
Nah, the FBI. Listen, there are people doing the best they can. That's the thing. There's a lot of great people in there probably working their ass off, and then you get a fuck face like this, and
that's true.
Everybody a bad name. It's not fair.
Fuck face.
He is a fuck face. Viral video claims that the Titanic never sank, which is supposedly blowing people's minds.
Hey, listen.
Okay, can you explain that to me? What is this video of?
Well, first of all, this is bullshit because I saw it sink in the movie, and
so it must be true.
Yeah,
You saw Leonardo DiCaprio die, so you know
Yeah.
you saw Jack die. Because Rose was a selfish bitch.
I'll never let go, Jack.
Very selfish.
Well, and then 2 seconds later.
Very selfish. And here's the thing.
Right.
Who's the director? Who's the Avatar guy?
James Cameron.
He would never lie to us.
Never.
If
Look at him.
If there's one person we can trust, it's Jim Cameron. Okay. He's not. He doesn't work for the FBI.
No. Ow.
And he's got a lot of positive things going. Do you want to hear this theory?
Yes.
11 million views on TikTok. That's not that impressive, though, is it? I feel like that's really nothing. Okay. This is from Mia.w22.
When I heard this theory, everything like it made sense. I'm going to talk fast, just try and keep up if you can. Basically, White Star Line, super important ship company, they built 3 super notable ships. We have the Titanic, the Olympic, and the Britannic. The Britannic was the first to go. It was a warship, and people say it was struck by like a landmine in the water, but no, it wasn't. It was struck by a torpedo by a German U-boat, and it sank. As you
Can I just say a couple of things? When did women just start talking like this, like all the time in every single scenario? Like, when did that speech pattern become
a thing?
A thing.
I don't know. But you know what? I'm going to tell you when I first started.
Fucking drives me crazy.
It resembles the Titanic, just like different colors. And yeah, you can see where it was hit. And then we have the Olympic and the Titanic. They look identical. The Olympic was on the water for a while. She was reaching retirement, and they knew that. And they were like, well, it was a lot of money to make the Titanic. It was a lot of money to make the Titanic. And it's going to be even more money to repair the Olympic. So what if we just sent the Olympic out instead, sank that hoe, claimed some insurance money, and then just scrapped the Titanic like it was the Olympic for some spare parts? Nobody knows what the interior of the Titanic looked like except for the people who built it. So it would have been easy. It would have been easy to flip it, because the interiors were different, but who would have known? No one would have known. Also, so many important people were supposed to get on the Titanic, but they canceled their tickets mysteriously right before they got on, right before it set off to sea. Important people was JP Morgan. Yeah, the banker dude. Yeah. And he was like, I'm not going to get on. Just don't feel like it. Girl, why? And another person was Milton Hershey himself. Hershey's Kisses. Mwah. Yeah, he was supposed to go on the boat, and then he was like, no thanks. Were they told not to? Because they knew it was going to fucking sink? Anyways, The icing on the goddamn cake was that the Titanic was built, notably, the way you could tell the difference between the two of them was that the Titanic had 14 portholes on the side of it. Cute. And the Olympic had 16. Well, magically, by the grace of God, by the grace of Jesus, the Titanic had 16 portholes on the side of it the day that it left. Did they just tack 2 more on for funsies, for shits and gigs? Just bye. No, they did not. Also, there were 2 ships on the water that night that were around the Titanic when it sunk. There was the RMS Californian, and then there was the Carpathia. The Californian was only an hour away. It would have taken them an hour to get to where the Titanic was to rescue every single person on that ship before it sank. But it didn't go. We don't know where she went, but it was not the Titanic. The Carpathia did. The Carpathia was multiple hours away. And by the time that it got there, the ship would have been gone. The ship would have already sank. Convenient. So every single time that they advertised the Titanic, they used the Olympics pictures. They took pictures of the inside of the Olympic and used it as advertising.
That's
how does she know all these things?
I know.
Yeah,
I know. This was over 100 years ago. How did this bitch talk shit?
By the way, I don't believe any of this. I think the Titanic really sank. I mean,
all right, Anthony, just believe everything.
There was
you fucking sheep.
Thousands of people on the goddamn boat. Oh, and then you know who? There was a famous person who died. Shit, it'll come to me. It was the husband and wife. Remember the husband and wife who hold each other on the bed? They were real people. They were millionaires. Fuck. I can't remember the name of them, but they and all the nerdy little historical New York guys I follow on TikTok that give tours of the city, they were like super important back in the day. Anyway, I'm not buying this.
That's weird.
You believe it?
No. I believe that it did sink.
Yeah, me too.
I do
think
believe
they're trying
that.
to get clout.
Yeah.
Cloud chasing?
Mm-hmm. No, but the next claim I do, now I'm invested in it.
Go ahead. What was it again? I forgot.
So I've been seeing on TikTok today that Demar Hamlin, people think he's dead. People think he's actually dead, and they're trying to cover. No, for real, they're trying to cover it up. He was at the game yesterday, but he didn't show his face. And even when he was walking outside, he had his face covered with a hoodie and something else. He hasn't posted any pictures on his Instagram of his face since the incident. And he hasn't been seen. There's no pictures of his actual face anywhere since it happened, which is weird. It is a little weird. Just because he has, it's not like he was a super private person before,
Right. He had social media.
Right. And I was like, first when I saw it, I was like, yeah, okay. But then I saw more videos on TikTok and I was like, oh shit. Damn.
There's not a picture of Demar Hamlin.
Nope. And then in the comments, people were saying that, oh, my sister's cousin works at the field, and they said it definitely wasn't him and something else. I mean, it could also be just fake, but
maybe
it's a little weird. It is.
I mean, what's the thing here? Like the NFL is hiding his death because it's bad for their business. Is that what it is? Because
they were saying that the government was hiding it because
the government's
of the little,
because he had a little jabby jab.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why.
Oh, still with this? Are you for real?
That's what they were saying in the comments. People were saying that
she is just reporting what is being said. Stop being
first of all
like that.
She's never reporting. That is not a thing.
Yes, that is. I swear to God.
She's reading.
I was like, because when I first read, I was like, the government, and then I went into it, and I was like, oh, that's why they're saying the government. But
okay, are they saying it was a recent shot or from the original shot 2 years ago?
I think the recent one. I'm not sure if you have to be vaccinated, right? For NFL.
Yeah, but I don't think you had to get the booster part.
Yeah, no more. Not since the original.
I don't even know. I think every state's different, right? So.
Well, he's in our state, so.
Well, there you go. Buffalo.
Yeah, but did the whole league as a whole have a requirement?
I can't speak
to that.
They did,
but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't think so, though. I really don't think so. I will say I'm disappointed in all hell of the fucking Buffalo Bills for losing that game yesterday.
I know.
The guy fucking almost dies on the field, and then they're going to go blow it to fucking Cincinnati. Ugh. Stinks. By the way, nobody gives a shit that he's alive anyway. Can I be honest with you? Like,
that's
the Bills,
not nice.
The Bills being out of it, nobody cares anymore. The guy fucking half died for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Shitty Buffalo, like always. They are just such a huge disappointment.
I know.
You want to do Demar Hamlin a fucking favor? Trade him to San Francisco. Trade him to a team where he can enjoy some nice weather and his heart doesn't fucking freeze on the field.
PBS. So that's what people were saying. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then when I got sucked down that rabbit hole, I was like, oh shit.
I did see a photo of him like up in a owner's box or something, like up in a suite. It was very far away. Exactly. And he did have a hoodie on, which I thought was weird.
Right. So unless somebody else said maybe he has maybe some of his face is paralyzed too. He doesn't want to show that. Could be. Who knows?
Can I tell you?
He passed his neurological test, or was it?
That's what they want us to believe.
Can I tell you what really happened? The real Demar Hamlin drowned on the fake Titanic. That's what.
I knew you were gonna say that.
God.
That's what it really was. Right after Tim Allen flashed him in his rope. That's what. That's
Wait,
what
his
happened.
fucking 10-inch hog.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing is.
Yeah, shoot.
I wanted to give you a little. I think I really might try an open mic night.
Oh,
I would love to come and boo and heckle you.
Because I went
do that.
I went to see Joe DeRosa on Saturday.
And you thought if that schlep can do it, anybody can do it?
Well, there was like a host, and then there was a girl before him who, I'm sorry to say, she completely bombed. Have you ever been to I've been to a lot of comedy shows. I don't think that anyone has bombed as hard as her.
Yeah, was she the feature or she was the MC?
She was the one who opened up right before him.
So she was the feature act.
Yeah, but
what was her name?
You don't even
know.
I don't even know. And I like that place. Have you ever been there?
Governors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think. Oh, thank you, Paige. She said I would make a great MC. I think maybe. I don't know. I just don't think the girl came out and she made a cat lady joke right away about herself. And I was like, oh, I don't think this is going to be good. And then I was like, you know what? Okay. And there was like a few but my roommate said, he's like, she knew that she sucked because after she made a joke and no one laughed, she'd be like, oh, okay, you guys don't like that. And she said it at least 5 or 6 times.
Oh, that's bad.
And yeah, but he was hysterical. I have to say, he was really, really good.
Yeah.
Yes. And he was just funny. He's very sarcastic and dry, and he likes to call people the P word, which I think is just fucking hysterical because I call everyone else the P word too.
That's it, because he calls people pussies. You fucking, yeah. That's all it takes.
But he's just, and you know what? Like the roommate said, he's not one-sided because he was making fun of people to the left and making fun of people to the right. So he's good.
Well, the good
you
ones
don't like him.
No, I think he's fine. I think he's fine. I've not seen like a full hour of his, but everything I've seen online is good. It just weirds me out that he runs a sandwich shop in the city. I just feel like that's a little.
You know what though? Just because I
did he plug the did he give everybody a coupon on his way out come for a free sub?
Don't be stupid.
He always was interested in doing that, which is why he did it. It's a bar too. He didn't call it a sandwich shop when he mentioned it. He called it a bar.
Oh, is that right?
So yeah, the real fans know it's a sandwich shop. So
All right, let me ask you this though. Just because a comic went up there and bid it on stage, why does that give you the confidence to go and try it?
Because
just go try it.
Because honestly, and I don't think too highly of myself anyway, but whatever.
What?
I think I said in my head, I'm funnier than her. I'm funnier than her. So if she has the confidence to go up there and do it, then why can't I? It's not that here's the thing. Because I have a little fear of public speaking.
Okay, is that what it is? Because I was say you on this show in particular have spoken to probably more people than that woman ever has, whoever she may be.
So
I don't know who she is, but if you're fucking featuring for Joe DeRosa at Governors, on a fucking Saturday in January. Odds are you probably have spoken to more people.
I just feel like she just wasn't good, but I feel like I could do it. And then they have like a comedy class you could take there.
Don't take the comedy class.
And I was like, oh God. I was like, oh, I'm definitely doing this. And then in the back it said open mic night. And I was like, because I told you before, that's on my bucket list to do. I want to do that once in my life.
You should do it.
And see how many bananas I get thrown at me.
No one's going to throw anything.
You should do it. Believe me, I did it. It was one of the great thrills of my life.
Yeah, you said you did, right? Yeah, see?
I did it twice. I did it the first time, and I did really well. And then I did it a second time, and everybody laughed in all the same spots. And I was like, I don't want to do this ever again.
No, let me tell you something. Okay, so I know you think that my husband is funny, right? You think he's funny? He's
one of the funniest people I've ever met in my entire life. He has such a wonderful style to him. He's got that it factor.
And I don't? Are you out of your mind?
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying we offered this spot to him first and he turned it down.
Probably. He's like, he's like, I'm thinking of jokes to say if I was to do this. He goes, how about this one? Hey guys. He pretends he has a mic. See, he goes around, hey guys. Hey, how about that? How about that Lowe's? I went there because I got the lowest price.
That's good. Lowest price.
I said to him, how do I let you inside me? I really don't even know. I don't even know. Okay. Now,
That's good.
I know Dee thinks he's funny too, right?
I do. I think he's funny.
That's hysterical. Lowest price. Because it sounds like low. Do you not get it? Do you need me to?
I get it. I don't think it's funny. I think it's corny. And I'm like, all right, what else? And he said something else too. Oh, fuck, I forgot. And I was like, oh God, you don't even think you're gonna try to even slip even an inch inside me later.
Come on, lowest price. I'd let him finish inside me for that joke alone. That's good stuff.
Right. Like Paige said, it's a dad joke. 100%. I said you can't go on stage and just make dad jokes because no one's gonna laugh. Or no, people are gonna start to leave.
Well, you can see, it's unfair for everybody watching right now or listening because it's his delivery. He's very delivery.
Do you think that him and his brother have the same humor?
A little bit, yes.
Yeah.
Do you think that a little
different?
Do you think his brother's funny? Whoa.
Not as funny as Guy.
Really?
But I think he's very funny. I think he's very. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing about your husband. He's quiet.
Mm.
So whereas your brother-in-law talks more, that's like when your husband talks, like I'm saying they both hit home runs, your husband just hits them farther because you're not expecting them from him.
I see. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like when your brother when your brother-in-law talks, if we're in a conversation, everybody's talking and making jokes and everything, everybody's laughing, and then it'll get quiet, and in that moment, your husband will say something.
He has good delivery.
And he has impeccable timing as well.
Yeah, sure he does. 25 seconds on a good day.
Don't criticize him. The guy got the job done. Okay.
Right, exactly.
So listen.
So yeah, I mean, we'll see. But okay, so that's how you think he's funny.
But here's the thing though, you have to write material. Like you have to have bits.
Yeah.
Do you have bits?
Yeah. I definitely would like to tell my the jism on the on the railing story.
That's a fucking funny story.
That is a good one, right? Yeah.
That is. It's one of the best.
That's a funny story. When the before the first time I went up, I don't know if I've ever told this full story, but anyway, a guy I was working with at CBS FM, he wanted to do this, and his wife got him the comedy class
Oh,
for like a Christmas gift or birthday gift, whatever the hell it was. And he said, he's like, I want to do it. I want to do it. So I said to him, I said, if you do it, I'll go do it with you. I don't give a shit. And he's like, I don't know. Then his wife bought him the class, and he's like, so this is when we're going to do it. Do you still want to come? I go, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'll still go. So he went through the whole class, and honestly, he didn't really get anything out of it. That's what I'm saying. Don't go
yeah, I
to
know.
the class. You've got more experience doing this than any
Yeah.
fucking class can teach you. But I wrote, Janine, pages and pages of shit. And I actually swear to God, I ran everything through Frank before I went up there.
Why? No.
Who else was I gonna run it past? Nobody
That's
else.
true.
Nobody else
Liked
would've-
you.
This
Yeah.
what?
I said no one else liked you.
That's true. Nobody else liked me. But this was back in 2000 and fuck, I don't even know. 2004, 2003.
Damn.
A long ass time ago. Anyway, Frank's instincts were all right. He had everything right. But the point is, I wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote, and then I fucking took. It was only 5 minutes, 8 minutes, whatever the fuck it was. Which, by the way, is a very long time. It's like a short time, but it's also like a really long time because I saw people go up there and fucking eat it on the first bit, and those 7 other minutes take fucking.
Oh, I'm
forever.
sure you're probably like, oh fuck, when is this going to be over? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how
Basically,
I feel
like,
sometimes.
yeah, me too. Ah.
But I think you can do it. I think you have enough material from this podcast alone to fucking.
I support you.
Well, thank you. I'll let you guys know when I go on stage.
Of course you are. You're gonna have to fucking bring 10 people with you just to get the stage time.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We'll obviously be there.
Right. I gotta do it, or else she's gonna be pissed off.
All right. Here's what I'm saying though. Set a date. When are you gonna go? Because this open-ended shit doesn't work. Be like, I'm going. It's fucking January 23rd. Put a date out there. September.
Oh, okay.
June.
September.
September.
Do you remember? Yes.
Cuddles, are you buying this?
I think she will. I think Janine's one of those people, if she is determined, she's going to make it happen. So if she says September, in September, we're going to go sit at a show.
All right, let me see. Governors. Wait, did you go to McGuire's? Did you go to Governors?
Governors.
Okay.
Actually, you know who's going to be there this weekend? Give them a
Governors?
little plug. Yeah. Tracy Morgan.
He's funny.
He's funny.
Yes.
Then next weekend, it's Robert Kelly. You think he's funny?
Oh,
You
Robert
think-
Kelly is very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He is
Robert
funny.
Kelly is hilarious.
Angry, but funny. Angry little elf.
I like him. All right, it looks like the next. Oh wait, tonight is the next open. What time is it? You can forget. You got this. All right, I'm gonna look at the date. Gary Viter, I can't believe he's Vic DiBitetto, the fucking milk and bread guy, is still grinding out a career around here. It's amazing.
Now, do you think he's funny or do you think he's corny?
Kind of on the cornier side.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's okay. He's got some good material. I wanted to hate him more than ever, but he did something at one of the places I was helping out, and I had to like watch more of his shit, and I was like, all right, he's got some chops to him.
So to me, he's one of the guys that, like, if you're not in the tri-state area, you're not going to get him.
Yes, he's very
Yeah.
New York specific.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's very New York specific.
Whereas me, all men make jizz, so, well, not all.
All right. I don't see when they do the open mics. There's only Sunday funnies. Boy, some of these gimmicky things are a little rough.
A little corny.
Are we gonna see J-Sab on like one of the night shows after she goes up? She'll go too.
Oh my god. To be on Jimmy Fallon? Yeah. You know, because he follows Anthony, so maybe Anthony could hook it up.
I'll put some clips on.
Yeah.
We'll film your stand-up set. We'll put some clips out.
Hell yeah.
So what's the deal with jizz underneath handrails? No, that sound like to me? Seinfeld. What's the deal with? Maybe I should just go with Seinfeld and tell my stories.
You're a little too X-rated for him.
Yeah, I know, right? He's more wholesome. Definitely more wholesome.
All right. I think they they usually do these things once a month. So you're down for September. They obviously haven't put that stuff out yet. It's too far away.
Yeah, I would do. Yeah.
September.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You don't seem too enthused.
Oh, I'm enthused. You just can't tell because my back is. I'm about to pass out from the pain in my back.
Right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up, but I'm excited.
That's
Jay, we've done it. It's January 23rd. J-Subs is announced. In 9 short months, she will make her stand-up comedy debut. This is very exciting.
Are we gonna put it out there for like people to come or?
Oh.
Would you like us to put the specific date? I mean, they've kind of.
I mean, it won't be. We won't know it until it comes closer, right? That's what she said.
But if anybody's following, they could pretty much figure out when it's going to be, where you're going to be.
All right.
But it's usually so for instance, it's on a Monday night.
Guys, a Monday night during the school year? I got 2 fucking kids in school.
We can move it to
and I got a podcast to do, so I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'd blame me. What the fuck?
No making an excuse. We could do it on in August. If that helps.
Frank's not coming because if it's after 8:00, he's got to be home.
No, he's not coming because
you should do it in July because that's 6 months. 6 months from now.
I just don't know if they do it in the summertime.
Yeah.
Why
I think
not?
they are way busier, right? In the summer.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit more. You got all those teachers got all that money to burn in their fucking pocket. They don't have to get up for work.
They're not at a comedy show. They're away on vacation.
Right.
Who the fuck is vacationing in New York?
All right. So why don't we say this? August, if possible. It'll be August. If not, it'll be September because they'll definitely have it.
Okay, fine.
But it's going to be a Monday night or a fucking Wednesday night. It always is.
Right.
At what time? I go to bed early.
No, it's going to be late. It's going to be, what time is this? This one they do in the giggle room. Doesn't that make you happy?
That does not. That sounds
like
he's going to be wearing like a thong and a little bikini top.
And
doors at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing a whip. Holding
show at 7:30.
Okay, I could do that.
I'm going to start like this. Hello, pussies.
You big fat vaginas.
Wait, I want to know one thing. Did your son watch the whole Giants game? Did he stay up to watch it?
No.
Oh. Did you lie to him and say it wasn't on?
No. He watched the first quarter maybe.
Okay.
Wait, this thing is going to be on a Monday?
It's during the week, D. They don't fucking put the prime Friday.
Okay, well you got to but you got to let me know before time because we have gymnastics, dancing, and Girl Scouts, and then
get rid of the Girl Scouts. Come on, whoa.
Bitch, I'm a co-leader. I got suckered into this.
Oh God.
So it's got to be one of those. You got to let me know so I can rearrange so I could be there and support you.
Well, thank you. I'm definitely not going to have my kids do Girl Scouts, though. They can go to old people's homes maybe twice in their life.
They're not letting your children. They're not letting your daughters in.
Oh, no. Okay? I'm just saying in general. There's not going to be. Oh, they're not going to be let in. Probably not because I got kicked out when I was young.
Baby Satan? No. They're going to be like,
did?
no, bitch. No. Did she bite you?
Look at your phone.
Hold on.
We have to share it with everybody now.
No.
Okay.
The two of you still feel like you get. Sometimes I catch you in a private conversation on the podcast.
Sorry.
Like you
Oh my
have to
god, did
share.
she fucking break that door?
Yes, she did.
Oh, this
She
kid
broke a
needs
door in your
Jesus.
house.
You want to see
Yeah.
it?
Oh god. That kid.
Is it off his hinges?
Oh, fully off, Aunt.
Yep.
Fully off. That kid needs Jesus.
Your kid got anger issues, I think.
She got really mad this morning, so she took the door, and I don't know how, but she took it off its hinges. Not only did she do that,
Wait, this is the 5-year-old?
no,
No,
she ain't
3-year-old?
five yet. Mm-hmm.
No, wait,
Is she-
baby Satan or the older?
Baby Satan did it.
Of course she did. She's
and
3.
She's 3?
Yep. So she got mad and ripped it off, but she didn't rip it off in a way where you could just put the thing back in the thing. I don't know what she did, but she ripped a part of the wood off on the side. That's how hard she ripped it off.
That fucking kid.
And I don't know how it didn't fall on her.
And
I don't
when
know
the
how you-
roommate came home, he's probably like, "Oh, she didn't do that. She's so cute."
Yep.
I
Exactly.
don't know
No
how
baby
you.
Satan.
I don't know how you go to sleep and close your eyes at night.
That's
I
exactly
know.
what my friend said.
And when we were all together last week, she would walk by Janine and pinch her or bite her
Yeah.
out of spite. She wasn't even in the same room as us. She would come into the room to physically assault Janine and then walk away. As she looked at me with a binky in her mouth saying, "Do something, bitch. Do something."
And
I was
what?
like, "I'm not doing
And what?
anything." I was like, "I'm staying in my seat.
She
I'm
did
not
that.
going to come near you."
She hates you.
Oh,
She does.
You've got your own little personal Stewie.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
exactly what I have.
Yeah.
But
And she does it with a smile, which is the
Yep.
scary part.
so she knew she was in trouble. So the whole day she kept saying, "I love you, mommy. I love you."
Don't
I
fall for it,
love you.
Janine.
And I went, "Yeah, all right."
Don't
Okay.
fall for it.
No, you don't.
I love you. Aren't they adorable?
Yeah, okay. So my husband said, and he actually got a little mad at me. He goes, because he probably thinks that I did it. I'm telling you right now, I think he thinks that I did it. Because he goes, "How did she do this?" I said, "I don't know. She got mad at me this morning. I was getting dressed, and all of a sudden I heard this big bang, and the door was off." And he's like, "Yeah, okay." And I'm like, "Casano, come on."
You know what's
He go-
weird? Go ahead.
He's like, "I don't understand how she did it." And then I thought it was an easy fix for him to just put it back on. And then, like, after 45 minutes of him trying to put it back on, he had to go ask the guy across the street for a clamp or something and glue. I don't know. And I was like, because he needed a certain kind of clamp. And I'm like, he's like, he's like, "Hey, how'd you do this?" to her. And then she went, "I love mommy."
She does. She does the batting of the eyes. That kid is, you gotta watch out for that one.
I will admit, I did not believe my wife a couple times early on in my daughter's
Mhm.
mischief when she would
See?
tell me stories. I would be like, "Not my sweet daughter." And then a few times I've heard some of I'll be in a different room and I'll hear my daughter scream back at my wife, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I can't believe."
She verbally abuses me. She verbally abuses me.
Yeah.
She tells me, "I told you." Okay, then. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then Anthony comes in the room and he looks at me. He's like, "I'll handle this." He goes, "I know how to handle this." And I'm like, "How do you know how to handle this?" And he just looks at me. He's like, "I know how to handle this." Meaning that she is my twin. And since he knows how to deal with me, he can now deal with that.
her.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I
I'm
tell
like,
her all the time.
"No,
I got 15 years on the job. I know how to deal with this
No,
particular type of crazy.
I'm not like that. I'm not like that. This
Hmm.
kid she's 16 years old and she's only 5.
I don't see that with Cece. She doesn't see that in front of me
God.
ever.
Anthony, tell her what she does to me.
She does the same thing my wife does to me. She doesn't do it in public. It is in private only.
She's so mean to me.
No, she is. Listen, she can run her mouth a little bit and answer me back too, but she is more mean to you.
Yep.
She oh God.
I don't know what that is,
Well,
but
I
that's
don't
like a
know why
thing,
she
right? Like
hates
that. What's
me.
what is that? The Oedipus? What is that? Or
Yeah.
is that what it is? With a
mm-hmm.
Prince
what you mean.
wanted to kill the king to marry his mom. Same thing for girls.
Well, the sun rises and sets with you. Your daughter thinks the world like revolves around you.
Yeah, like I said, until
I'm
we start
just
talking
a
about
bitch that gets her dinner and
until we
lunch.
start talking about James and the whole James problem.
Oh, she has a little boyfriend, James.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like, she has to look down to him because he's so tiny. Blonde
that's
hair, little
cute.
Irish boy. He's the cutest little thing. And she's like, I played with James today. And I'm like, don't tell your father that. Just be quiet.
Aw, see? These kids.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do with them? I don't know.
I don't know. Lock them up.
All right. August, J Sab's stand-up comedy debut.
Yep.
I'm excited. Are we gonna get like little tidbits? Like, are you gonna like be like, this is the material, this is what I'm working on, here's some of the jokes?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna
Should we
write?
make
You're
a shirt?
you're gonna get a few.
All right.
Should
You
we
gotta try-
Should we do a shirt? Come on. I'm here. We're here for, or I'm here for J Sabs.
Ooh. J-Sab's pussy supporters.
Oh, I like that.
I like that.
J Sab's pussy support team. I'll wear a shirt that says that. To the grocery store just to kind of see what happens.
You see that shirt?
By the way, before I went up, I snuck material into friend hangouts. I would say little jokes here and there.
You did see?
Incognito. Can't present it like it's a stand-up bit, but
Right.
you do a little incognito.
Right.
See people
See?
get the laugh on.
How about
right.
that Lowe's?
I'm excited. J Sab's Cuddles. Well done, everybody in the live chat. Thanks for being here. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Thank you.
So, meat potato salad.
Bye, bitches.
Maybe we should go now.